I think we're live. I don't know. We've been doing some testing, and I think we're live. I don't know. We are live. We're live. Yay. Okay. So, now we're live. We can have some fun. Welcome to the first ever. I know it's dark in here, and I'm not. My hair's a mess, but you know what? This is our first ever talk show kind of thing for the first time. It's a little confusing. It's not all put together. It's a little bit of, how can I say? Well, it's a little messed up. My co-host can't be here tonight, so that's okay. This is our first episode of Kazi-Notes, or Kazi-Notes. I never came up with a name of it, but you know, first ever episode. So we're doing the best we can, getting a lot of notifications in. Don't know if I'm gonna show up. Hopefully people do. I do need a haircut. Oh my god. But regardless, this is our first ever episode of Kazi-Notes, which is a talk show to get some things out of the way from the beginning. Darklit Radio is down. So that happened. Darklit Radio doesn't have enough funding, and because of that, we are currently out of commission. So that kind of sucks. In other news, I also have been writing again on Instagram, and as well as going back to Tumblr. So if you guys want to check those things out, links will be down below. With nothing else left to say, honestly, today's topic is change and genuality. Now, I don't exactly have a full, what I'm gonna say, a full ideal of how we're gonna do this because I'm doing it myself. Kind of sucks, but it's okay. So this is what I got. It's kind of dark in here. Let's see. Can we put some light on? Can we get some light? Can I get some light in here? Light's kind of weird. What about if we were to put the light over here? Oh, too bright? Is it too bright? Half bright? Half lit? More this way, maybe? Yeah, I don't know. This is what happens when you do a trial run. You have no idea what you're doing. This is what happens. This is what happens. But anyway, let's talk change and generality and what it really means, honestly. What does it actually mean? Let's see. We do have a playlist that will play in the background off and on. A mixture of music will play. Everything from stuff that's on Darklit Radio and other things. Hopefully we don't get copyright strike. We will, but I mean, hopefully not bad. So let's start off with change. Change is something that not everybody's really expecting. Not everybody's really willing to understand. And what's up? Who cares? So, how are we going? Or so what are we doing this evening? We are having a talk show, buddy. We're doing a talk show. We are doing a wonderful talk show. Unfortunately, it's alone because my co-host isn't here. But change and genuality are the topics, and this is how we're going to talk about it. Basically, people, what's up, Princess Rose? How you been? Basically, starting with change, people don't realize that the person that you marry today is the same person that you married to 6 years from now, 10 years from now, 100 years from now, but it's also, they're going to change, just like a child, just like any baby, just like any whatever. They're going to change their needs, their wants, their desires. They still love you. Don't get the wrong idea. You marry somebody 6 years ago, they're still going to love you. It's just the things they need, the things that keep them going are going to change. And if you're not really willing to, let's say, willing to actually change with those things, to better help them get what they need, to better help them reach their new destinations. It's like a child. When a child is little, you have to nurture it and cradle it, take care of it, then you teach it how to walk. After you teach it how to walk, what do? Well, you go from teaching how to walk to teaching it how to run, you know, giving it solid food, giving it all those other good things that it will need in the long run. And sometimes we forget that. Sometimes we forget that it's people's needs change to an extent. They change in the sense of what you need today and what you need tomorrow are two different things. And not necessarily in a bad way. Sometimes it's in a good way. I want a hat. I want a hat so bad. Sometimes it's in a good way. Do I have a hat behind me? I think I do. Sometimes it's in a good way, sometimes it's in a bad way. It all depends on what exactly is going on. We're trying to put this hat on. We're trying to put this hat on as a failure. Put this hat on. Let's see what we can do. I don't need a hat on to say this way. But no, hat it is. Because we don't need a hat. Because why are we putting a hat on? You know? I don't know. I like hats. You know, it doesn't fit anymore. really doesn't fit at all, and I'm actually kind of hot, so we might actually change. We're back. Wearing a hat I actually made a long time ago. Okay, but like I was saying, and whatever, people change. Their needs change, their desires change, their wants, their ideals. Just like a child starts eating from soft food to hard food to liquids and different things, all those things change. My headphones, yeah, they're gonna die probably. Yeah, these things change. We as people have to understand that. We have to understand that, that as time goes on, as things change, as their ideals change, their wants, desires, needs, you can't just give them the same thing that you used to give them when they were 2. Your 2-year-old child is not going to want the same food when they're 5. Some things they will, not all of it. Some things they won't. It all depends. I wish my hair was I wish I had my hair down like I used to. Yeah, it looks so freaking cool. But that's basically what I'm talking about. Change is something that if you're not doing it and you're not thinking about it, you're not trying to constantly work towards, you're going to lose what you have. I mean, it can't really be explained any better way. For example, in relationships, what your significant other may need today and what your significant other may need tomorrow are 2 different things. I mean, you have to be constantly working forward, making new goals, trying harder, doing better, all these things consistently, because if you don't, well, what are you really doing? Chat is broken. Who cares? It makes sense. It's really what are you doing? If you're not consistently doing that, I kind of want chat to float behind that. There we go. What are you really doing? What are you actually doing? Because the thing is, as if you nurture someone when you first meet them, 6 years along the road, you have to still be nurturing, you have to still be caring, you have to keep doing those things that you once did, because those things don't change. Those things don't just stop all of a sudden. They keep going. As simple as that. And that's where genuality comes in. If you genuinely have someone's best interest at heart, and you genuinely want their best, you genuinely want what's best for them, you put their needs and wants before your own, you put all that stuff before yourself, because that's what genuine love is. It's kind of confusing. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? People should change consistently over time. Should be more of a, well, what you get is what you get. You knew what you signed up for 2 years ago. I mean, it's true. What you do sign up for in the long run is ultimately going to change. Sometimes the same way you talk, the same way you hug isn't enough. Sometimes you have to do more than that. If you don't, then you get stale. Just like bread, when bread gets stale, you want new bread. And it sucks, it's sad. Doesn't mean you don't like the same bread you like, doesn't mean you want to leave or buy a wheat bread or a white bread or whatever. No, you just change those small things because, when you stop being genuine in things you do, and you don't realize that sometimes the things you do need to change, they need to recycle, they need to be redone, be done better. When you don't realize that, you really just, what are you doing? Because you can't For example, would you get tired of eating the same spaghetti every day? Maybe not. Maybe you would. If all you had was Pop-Tarts, strawberry Pop-Tarts, every day, every meal, you're going to get tired of it. And as your taste changes, you mature, you grow up, as you go through life, these things change, the things you want change, the ideals you have change, and you have to make sure you're with someone who understands that you're a constantly changing person. They're going to change too. You're supposed to keep some things consistent. Some things have to be consistent. Some things have to stay steady. Some things have to continue to be the same. Like you still love that person, you still care about that person, so take care of them, treat them, respect them. Those things stay the same, but some things change. The things that you say today and the things you say a week from now should be the same but better, or at least change to an extent where it's reciprocated in a good way. You want to consistently, constantly pursue these ideals, make these ideals better, make these things happen, and that's how life is. It's as simple as that. And if you're not willing to change what you do, sometimes you're never going to get anywhere. If all you do is hold your child from ages 1 to 10, your child will never grow up, your child will never flourish and blossom into a true person of society. You're still cradling that 1-year-old, cradling that 1-year-old, but that 1-year-old is not 1 anymore. That 1-year-old is 16, 25, 12. You can't keep doing that. You have to change your approach. Doesn't mean you don't care. Doesn't mean you don't love them. Doesn't mean you don't want to take care of them. You just have to change your approach. And that's honestly where many people fail. And they fall through. They don't think about it. Progression and progress is what keeps it going, keeps the boat turning, keeps it all moving. And if you don't do that, well, what do you really have? I think I might go to like a more of a EDM music type thing. You know, there's tons of probably what you call it. Let's see. What is like deep focus music? Just some background music. It's nothing too serious, you know. But like, what do you really have? You just shave mustache. You cut these ends off right here. Put it long. I don't know. That's really all I have when it comes to genuality, like I'm calling it, and change. But it goes so much deeper than that. Sometimes you really have to be the one to say, "Hey, look, things have to change. Things have to get better. I want this. You want that, and that's good. That's bad. Sometimes you need things to progress forward. You need them to high up, you know, golly. You need things to change, you know, for the better. There we go. Things change for the better. Things get better altogether. If you don't do that, then what do you really have? Take me for example. I have friends that I've known since high school, friends I've known for the last 4 years, friends I've known since I was little. Some of them are no longer here with me, some of them are gone, some have betrayed me, some have left me, some I've had to leave myself. It doesn't mean that I don't care. Things just change, things happen, and apparently the way that I changed, the way that they changed, just didn't coincide with each other. Didn't coincide with each other the way that I thought it would. It's really an interesting topic, really think about it. It took me all day to realize that that's what's the problem with people. Nobody wants to change. Everyone wants things to stay exactly the same way. But the thing is, it doesn't do that. You can love someone and they can be hurt tomorrow, and you never know, because all you do is sit there and go, "Oh, they're fine, they're fine, they're fine." But maybe they're not fine. Maybe they're hurting. Maybe they're tired. Maybe they're sick. Maybe they're crying. And you'll never know unless you actually do something. Unless you actually truly sit there and listen to them and talk to them and understand that, hey, you were fine yesterday, but you're not fine today, because so many things happen in 24 hours, in less than 24 hours, and every minute of everyone's life, something changes. I go to sleep tonight, I wake up tomorrow morning sick. That means the things you did yesterday night have to change slightly. You can't just, oh, I'll just hug them and care about them and all that good stuff. And I just realized that our tool isn't working. When you realize that the stuff you have is not working, you're like, oh my god, no. I thought it was working. The stream kind of crashed for a second, guys. It was me. I had to fix the I didn't realize this whole time we had the wrong text floating above the top. It's okay. Like, that's really what it boils down to. If I get sick tomorrow, this doesn't mean that you shouldn't take care of me. It just simply means that the way you take care of me, the things you say have to change just a little bit. I know, this is a gaming channel. This is not a talk show. Why are you doing a talk show, Leon? Why are you doing these things? Because, why not? Someone has to hear this. Someone needs to hear these words and realize that sometimes change isn't bad. And if you're in a situation or in a place where people around you won't be willing to change for your betterment, change for your improvement, change for the reality of getting better and doing more complex things and not being so simple and closed in, then what are you doing? What are you really doing? It's crazy. It really is crazy. But that's the truth. You have to be willing to consistently make progress and consistently move forward. And progress can be something as small as a pea, progress can be something as big as a mountain. But if you're not even attempting to make any progress, then I mean, you're not going to make any. You're going to be in the same boat, the same situation you were yesterday. And that's good sometimes. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. Take a relationship. Let's say a relationship for let's say 6 years. 6 year relationship. First 2 years were just great, it was just so much love, so much affection, so much pureness, so much genuine feelings. And then year three comes around and it's the same thing, but year three your parents have died, or year three you went through having a kid, or year three jobs change, you got sick, something happened, something drastic changed, something small happened. Year three still needs the understanding that year ones and two had. It still needs the same love. It still needs all the realness, the genuineness, the expressions, the confidence, the support system needs to still be there. Problem is, that's where the problem lies. Problem is that we get comfortable. Years, one and two, I didn't have to ask you, what was wrong all the time. I didn't have to make sure you ate. I didn't have to. We lost frames. We lost internet, guys. Oh my god. Good thing we ever just recorded. But like I said, years one and two, you didn't have to ask every day what was wrong. You didn't have to check on me. You didn't have to say, "Have you ate today? Did you go to work today?" You didn't have to do those things. Those things were, more or less non-important. It's not because you didn't care. It's because you didn't have to do those things. And then sometimes when you start having to do this, we're losing internet. Always internet issues. Start recording, because if you want a perfect stream, you have to record this stuff too. But like, we're just consistently dropping frames. My God, I don't know why. Let's see. What if we close this? Oh God, so much issues, so many issues. Always, right? Always. Wouldn't it be a Leon stream if things went perfect? Regardless, it's fine. Stream messes up or not, it's fine, because we have it recorded, so we'll post the recording afterwards anyway, so it doesn't matter. It's okay. It's all good. What I'm simply saying is you have to know when to make things better, when to make things change, when to, do these things. If you don't, well, then you're never gonna make any progress. And that sometimes is what it boils down to. Sometimes we get so used to things being the same. We get used to everything being comfortable. We get used to everybody just being fine. Everything's fine, everything's like it always is. You get used to eating the same breakfast, using the same soap, same toothpaste. But problem is, people change. Doesn't mean they don't love you anymore. Doesn't mean they don't care about you. They just, as people, we move on forward, and we're a little different. And you have to know how to adapt to that, how to work with that, how to work with it so that things are still good, that things are still okay. You have to learn to work with it. If you don't, well, this is what happens. Like this stream that's breaking down, the recording's doing great. Stream's doing terrible. What's up, Dada? What's up? Stream is just crapping itself for some reason. The recording's not. We'll try to see if we can get the stream to If it keeps crapping itself for the next couple whatever, we're gonna restart it. But you joined us at our first ever talk show. My co-host isn't here. She's normally over here, but she's not here right now, so kind of sucks, but it's okay. The show will still go on. And I think we're about to probably stop streaming and start up again, so you guys, let's see what happens. You guys at home, hopefully that fixes it. I'm hoping that fixes it. Soft resetting the stream. I really don't know why it's losing frames anyway. I mean, we're not doing anything taxating or anything crazy. I mean, if it's a little, I mean, it shouldn't be anything different. It's the same encoding process, the same everything. We're just losing frames. Something's putting strain on the internet. I don't know what it is. Something's putting strain on it. It's depressing. It truly is quite depressing because sometimes we just want everything to just go right, just to be well, just to handle itself accordingly, and oh my goodness, my live streams never go right, do they? But that's okay. Oh no, he's gonna stab me in the head. Ah. Nope, none of that. None of that. You right there? None of that. High five. High five. Woo. Woo. High five. Yeah. I'm not making any sense, guys. It's okay. It's just if you take anything from this little short talk show today, it's simply put, change isn't bad. Being genuine isn't bad. People will respect you more if you genuinely tell them what you think, how you feel, and that you are in fact yourself genuine. And what does it mean to be genuine? Be yourself, be true, don't lie. Sometimes, for example, genuine love is to put someone else's love before your own. If I love this phone so much, okay, then I will do anything for this phone. I'll risk my life for this phone. I'll do anything I can to protect this phone, keep this phone safe, and everything else in the possibilities I can do because I care about this phone. If this phone wants to go and jump off a cliff, I will try my best to talk it out of it. But at the end of the day, you have to let the phone do what it wants to do and be free. You have to smile and be free. You have to live your life and be happy with the choices that you make. And sometimes people in your life aren't going to understand that. They're not going to agree. They're not going to let you be that person. They're going to try to stop you. And yeah, the stream is really crashing for some reason, data. I don't know why. But I think with everything that's going wrong right now with the stream and everything, I think we're just going to leave it like that. Kind of sucks. Sucks a lot because obviously I did want to. My neck. Okay. Yeah, I have a neck, guys. Oh my gosh. But with all that being said, I guess that's all I have. I think I'm going to be signing off for today. It was a strange first episode. We'll upload it as well, and then we'll be back to play some Pokemon, okay? So hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys all in the next one. We had an outro ready, and I don't think we ever set it up. We never set it up. So, that's okay. We can still set it up. That's fine. Like I said though, hope you guys enjoyed. You royally, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, peace out.